Alright guys, hope you're all keeping safe. Today we learned more about Season 2 with a release date for that. TU10 release date, plus details on when we can expect the second raid. So I want to go over all of that stuff in this video. If you enjoy this one, drop a like down below, subscribe for Division content, and let's begin. So guys, as usual, I've got my bullet points here with everything from today's state of the game. So this is your recap. Today we had Hamish, Yannick and Johan. To start off with, they went over the priority alerts. There was a maintenance yesterday, but there were no player-facing changes. So this is all back-end stuff, so nothing really to concern yourself with. The Division global events, so they ended a little while ago. They're actually working on bringing those back, but because no one is working on the Division anymore, it's obviously taking a lot longer. There's going to be news on that very soon. They said that the PTS, which has been going on for the last few weeks, the servers for those actually went down earlier on today, and that is the end of the PTS. They also said that with Phase 3 in the patch notes, they forgot to include a cooldown increase to the Banshee. So they said this shouldn't happen ever again. They apologise for not including it in the patch notes. And I've got to admit, guys, when I heard that, my immediate reaction was, I swear I've heard that before, but let's hope that they don't keep this stuff out of the patch notes, because this is something I did see. I didn't report on. I did see it, and now they've confirmed it. They said that with Phase 3 as well, this was meant to be as close as possible to what they expect TU10 to be, but to still have the ability to make changes before TU10 goes live. And there are going to be some changes before TU10 goes live, so that should be coming out soon with the patch notes. They then included this working from home segment, which I'm going to include here, guys, because it confirms actually the TU10 release date, the Season 2 release date, and details on the Iron Horse raid kind of release date as well. So I thought I'd just include that here, guys, so you guys can watch that, and then we'll come back to it.
On our side, it's been a bit more than 2 months now since we've implemented working from home for the entire team. And I have to say I couldn't be more proud of the way the team reacted and adapted to this new situation. Everybody now is working on our next big milestone, which is Title Update 10. This update will come with Season 2, finally our new raid, Operation Iron Horse, but also a general pass on the game. And this pass is focused on 2 things. 1, it's quality, so that means a lot of bug fixes. And 2, it's what we've been calling generosity. So that includes difficulty, player power, and rewards. All of this will come out on June 16th, so that's the release date for Title Update 10. Then 1 week later, on June 23rd, will be the beginning of Season 2. After that, in beginning of July, we will make the raid, Operation Iron Horse, available to all level 40 players. So that should give you a bit of time between the release of TU10 and the opening of the raid in order to get ready. But enough from me now, so let's hear it from the team and see what they've been working on.
Hey everyone, my name is Bruce Kelly, game designer on The Division, and welcome to my work from home battle station. Everyone on the team's been working super hard on getting Title Update 10 out the door, and we can't wait to share and show you guys what we have cooking. So stay tuned and stay safe. Bye.
Hi, my name is Ella Halberg and I'm a content specialist, and for TU10 I've mostly been working on stuff for State of the Game as well as other exciting streams coming up.
Hi there, my name's Tom Mayo. I'm a narrative designer and this is my crazy quarantine hair. I've been working on the Raid 2, which is equally hair-raising and very epic, and I really hope you enjoy it.
Hallo iedereen, mijn naam is Nicky Kuppens en ik ben senior game designer op de Division 2. En ook vanuit thuis ben ik druk bezig met alles wat met loot te maken heeft.
Hi, my name's Lauren Stone. I'm writer on The Division. I look forward to you guys playing the raid while I work from home and try to keep this raid under control. Dogs and the children, they're boring classes.
Hey agents, I'm Dan, one of your community managers, and right now I'm checking out the forums, looking at feedback from Title Update 9.1 and getting ready for TU10.
Hey, my name is Fabian and I'm a gameplay programmer on The Division 2. And for this update I've been doing a lot of bug fixes, but also improvements to the targeted loot. I'm also working on something for a future update, but that will have to wait to another time. See ya!
Salut agent, moi c'est Sébastien Lafouterie, je suis senior game designer sur le Raid 2. On attaque notre 9e semaine de confinement et
on vous prête notre papa pour qu'il termine le meilleur raid possible.
Hey, ik ben Sjoukje, ik ben UI Technical Artist bij Massive en op dit moment werk ik hier aan wat updates voor Global Events, Leagues and Seasons.
Hi everyone, Hamish here from the content team. This is where we've been doing State of the Game for the past few months, and we'll be gearing up for some exciting streams coming really soon.
Trick Dempsey, Senior Game Designer on The Division 2, and I am working on future seasons and global events.
Hi agents, I'm Stacey, Development Tester on The Division. I've been working on the PTS and sending builds to our validation teams for testing.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Bates. I'm a game designer on The Division 2. For TU10, I've been working on the enemies that you'll fight in Season 2, and also the new directives that you'll be able to activate to change up combat.
We hope you will enjoy Title Update 10, and we just can't wait to share it with you and hear what you think about it. So until then, thank you for watching and stay safe.
Sent us care packages. Because work sent us care packages. That's fucking adorable.
Alright, so before we continue, if you listened to that working from home segment there, you probably noticed that Yannick said that the raid will be coming to all level 40 players, but they didn't actually confirm if that means that this is only going to be available for people with Warlords of New York. So I don't actually know whether this is just going to be tied to Warlords of New York people or not, so we'll have to see what they say about that. So basically, it looks as though TU10 is coming out on the 16th. We've then got Season 2 coming out on the 23rd, and then we've got the second raid coming out what looks to be a couple of weeks later, between 2 to 3 weeks later, sometime early July is what they said on the working from home VOD there, although that does change as we go through here. So TU10 is free to everyone. Season 2 is free as well for everyone, just in case you didn't know. But you can purchase a Season Pass, which will give you access to the premium reward track, and with that you'll get, you know, unique vanity stuff and all of that sort of stuff. Nothing that's game changing, but you might get some extra little bits bobs there. The TU10 patch notes, they're going to be available by Monday next week. Of course, I will have you covered here, guys, for all of those patch notes. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss that. Then Hamish then basically asked Johan what his favourite change with TU10 is. And Johan said that the increased weapon damage is actually his favourite thing, because it means that you're going to feel more powerful compared to the live game, and that's always a good thing. Yannick's favourite change is that he's excited to use SMG builds again, because as you probably know, guys, if you're playing the current live game, SMGs are pretty much worthless, but they've been buffed a lot with TU10, and they are going to be viable for TU10, and also he's looking forward to Season 2 as well. Season 1 is going to end on June 15th essentially, or June 16th, because that's when the TU10 actually comes out, which gives you kind of like a 1 week grace period between TU10 and then Season 2. The EMP sticky that you would get for completing Season 1 will be available after the completion of Season 2. So then they just talked about what's coming with Season 2. So there's the new manhunt, or new set of targets with new story and new motivations, pretty much the same as Season 1. There's a new global event that's coming, and they're also going to rotate that with Season 1 global events, meaning there's actually only going to be one global event coming, or new global event coming with Season 2. There's new exotics, new gear sets, and other things. They then included this image of the new Regulus exotic revolver, which is actually a raid exotic. There's going to be new leagues, and there's going to be a new skill variant, which is a healing trap. They confirmed that with TU10 there's going to be 4 new exotics and 3 new gear sets, and I'm going to be making a video on this in the future, guys, because of those things there I've just mentioned. 2 of those exotics are going to come from the Season Pass, which means 2 are coming from the raid, but for the new gear sets, 2 of those gear sets are actually going to be coming from the raid, and only 1 is coming from the Season Pass, which means that the majority of new stuff that's coming, stuff that people are going to want to get, is actually going to be tied to the raid rather than the season itself. The raid that's locked behind having 7 other friends. So they then went on to talk about the raid. Hamish basically said to Yannick, look, what can you tell us about it? All he said was it's coming soon. In the VOD, they mentioned early July, but actually Yannick then said it may not be quite then. Basically, I think what they're saying is they don't want to give us early July and it not come out then. They don't want to make that mistake. So let's just say for now it's going to be July at some point. They then included this TU10 image, and I actually uploaded this to my Twitter earlier, and this just gives you an overall breakdown as to what we can expect. They then confirmed the Season 2 Season Pass, which I talked about earlier on, is going to cost 1,000 premium credits. They then wanted to clarify the new exotics. So the Vial and the Mantis, they're going to be tiled to Season 2. The Vial, I believe, is a mask, a Mantis is a weapon. And then we got the Regulus and the Ravenous exotic weapons. They're going to be available from the raid. And then the bombshell, which for me didn't go down particularly well, and again I'll probably talk about this in Friday's video, but there's going to be no matchmaking for the second raid, so you're going to want to get 7 players as soon as possible. I believe I've actually got a raid team as well now for the new raid, so I'm looking forward to actually playing that. Question came up, which was that Trick talked about improvements to groups when it comes to objectives and keys with global events from Season 1. And Yannick said that Season 2, there's going to be improvements that have been made to that, and group play will be a lot better with the new global events for Season 2. Another question about stash space, and they did actually, even though they said before, Yannick said before that there's nothing they can do about it, he did say he went and investigated this option again, but he also said it's a stretch as far as it can be at this point. Any increase to the stash space would start affecting latency and other things, and I've got to admit, I don't think having a stash space, an increase in stash space, is really going to make any difference to anything. I think it should stay out is, and again I'll probably talk about this on Friday's video. Then the question, another question come up for Johan, where are the new sets coming from? And I talked about this before, but Future Initiative and Bulwark, they're actually tied to the raid, and Eclipse Protocol is tied to the season. I don't quite agree that the majority of the new stuff is actually being tied to the raid as opposed to the season itself. They said there will be missing audio localization in the dialogue for TU10 because basically due to world issues they were not able to get voice actors in to do the work for anything outside of doing English. So just be aware of that for anyone who is playing the game in a different language. And then lastly, they brought up the new PvE mode, the Skyscraper, which is not coming with Season 2, by the way, guys. It's coming in the future. We don't know when, and they basically said more will be coming on that in the future. So that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. I've got a lot to say about what they talked about in today's State of the Game, and I think I'm going to do kind of like a video on that on Friday, talking about stash space, talking about the new stuff that's coming and being tied to the raid, talk about no raid matchmaking, that sort of thing. So yeah, if you want to stick around for that one, again, turn notifications on, that way you won't miss it. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for all your support, and until the next one, Epic out.